Welcome to igmGuru. igmGuru is one of the global leading online training and certification provider for IT expert by the skilled IT gurus to help them achieve their professional goals.
What is a cybersecurity? So that is very important for us. When we are doing something which is well known to us, that will make our task quite easy. Okay, yes, we know this step here. So when we talk about the cybersecurity actually it is a practice. I won't say that this is something tool or something. Cybersecurity word says, okay, this is a practice to provide the protection. So means we are doing some practice to provide the protection. Protection to whom? Protection to our programs, protection to our networks, network devices, or protection to our systems. So this is the basic info, very low level information or statement for the cybersecurity. So this is coming to what? So means it is the security standards which are secure, which enables organizations to practice and safe security techniques to minimize the number of successful cybersecurity attacks. It means it is a practice through which we are making our environment more and more strong so that we can minimize the cyber attacks. We know that every now and then we are facing a cyber attack challenge. Always there is a cyber attack. Okay, we are always under the threat. Like right now, we are discussing, we are on this session, one-to-one session. So someone is trying to penetrate into this session as well. Someone trying to hack this, like what is going on this session. So means we are always under the threat. So to minimize that risk, we have to be more and more mature so we can use the cybersecurity. So means it is the rules, cybersecurity is the policies to protect our environment. So our environment, which includes our systems, generally called as computers, networks, and the data from the unauthorized access. So how can someone will get the unauthorized access to our systems when they find some loopholes into our system through which they can penetrate? Those are known as the vulnerabilities. So it is like we are giving a shell for those vulnerabilities. Like in Microsoft, we use the updates, security updates. In the Linux environment, we call them as security patching. So we patch the system, we update the system to cover the loopholes. Loopholes can be from our operating system, can be of our application. So applications can be from Microsoft and it can be from the third party. So this is what cybersecurity is. Now, when we were delivering this session, I was telling you that, okay, cybersecurity refers to the technologies and policies. Yes, these policies, when we are coming up the policies, policies are the guidelines of stepwise instructions to obtain the goal for which we are working. And these stepwise instructions are known as the processes. So policies are a name given to the stepwise instruction or instructions, which are called the processes. So we execute those processes. So this is the cybersecurity. I guess we are clear about till now. If we have any questions, any queries?
No, sorry.
Wonderful, wonderful. Again, same what is cyber, same. Now in the cybersecurity, what we are providing, we don't know. Till now, we don't know like what we are providing. But yes, we know that why we need the cybersecurity. To make our systems means generally we take care about the security for our information. Like we are using the DLPs. I hope that you worked with the Microsoft 365 as well.
Yes.
there we create some labels. So we apply some policies like which document should not go out,
Yes.
which document cannot be opened by simple user. Oh, this type of, these are the information security. Now, coming to the part here, like what I mentioned into the screen here, I started, there's communication security, network security, and information security. I started from the information security because this is my laptop. That is your laptop. So whatever the informations are there, that should be hidden, that should be secure. Like if I try to fetch some or steal some data from your laptop, it should not allow me. So that's first part for the information security. Then coming to the part of when we talk about communication security. Communication security means my data is available on your laptop. Your data is available on your laptop. How you are communicating to that data. Data can be on your laptop or can be on the third-party storage devices.
Yes.
How you are accessing the data and who can access that data. So this is the part of our communication security. So here we can protect our organization because we are working every now and then, we are working, we are creating, we have some informations. Like, okay, if you are working, just assume that you are working for an, what you call that is some news channel. So you have lots and lots of news. So how can you make secure that your news will remain safe inside your organization? They cannot be stolen by others. This is the communication security. Which technologies are we using? And then network security for protection of the network components. So why I use the network security in the end? Because in the network security, when we're talking about the network security, we can discuss, we can see like what our network devices are doing. We can run an audit against the network devices. We can try to find out the loopholes in the network devices and then tell the network team to intervene and use some security tool to provide security for the network. So this is network securities. Yeah. Now coming to the part, this is a beautiful term. When we are talking about all this, we need to see why are we doing such kind of activities. So when we are talking about all these activities, when we are discussing about what are we doing, why are we doing, it means we are preparing ourselves from a suspicious activity, which is trying to steal the data from my environment. That activity called as a cybercrime. So we are providing the security against the cybercrime. So what is cybercrime? We will discuss it right now.
Okay.
So we have, when we are talking about the cybercrime, here it means it's like the pervasion of digital technology to our system. Means some new terms like high technology or information age, crime were added to the definition. So cybercrime, as soon as we are advancing into the cyber, so we are advancing into the crime as well. So it is just like you receive a message or text on your phone. If you are receiving an email, like, okay, I'm from an advertisement company. Okay, I'm sending you an email and you blocked my email address. And if someone else from the same company is sending you the email for the production, for the advertisement purpose, so it is also be considered as a cybercrime. Because when you block the email, you are not blocking only my email address, you are trying to block that domain as well.
Yes.
Because now coming to the part here, why we are talking about that is in crime, because end user, most of the end user, they do not know about the security. They do not know about the attacks. So this has been integrated. Like if we blocked one email address, So it should, so we should not receive the another emails from the same domain. That is a
Yes.
crime. So this is a crime. So everything when we are talking about this, these are the digital crime. They are known as the cyber crime because they are coming to us through internet. Also, cybercrime is also the part here. If some of your colleague sending you an email or forwarding you an email from the unknown, like he received an unknown email. He received the email from an unknown, location, but it was advertising. Maybe by hook and crook, the email landed into his email client, and he forwarded the email. That is also the crime. So, digital cybercrime, the definitions are including lots and lots of things every day, lots and lots of new activities and new, performance, new incidents has been added to the activities here. That is called cybercrime. Cybercrime can be occur on our physical devices, can be occur on our virtual devices or the cloud-based systems as well. So we have to provide security against all these devices, all these security tools here. That is the cyber. Now, this is an interesting history. Interesting history is what is this? Cybercrime is available. The first cybercrime have been noted in 1820. Is it a spelling mistake or the fact? What do you think?
Which one? It's possible that crime.
The first line, the first cybercrime in 1820.
I don't think it's correct.
Actually, between 1820, 1834, there were the first cybercrime. Yes, at that time the cyber term was not there, but we considered. Now we consider that as a cybercrime because thieves, they stole the data from the French share market.
Okay. They will call it this way.
It was in 1820, then 1834 as well. So 1834, they successfully managed to steal the data. So what data was that? That was the financial market information.
Okay.
How they did this? At that time, if you recall, we had a thing that is called telegraph.
Okay.
It was in the post offices at that time. It was a machine through which we used to send the messages. And generally on the ships it used, that is telegraph machine. They hacked that telegraph machine and stole the data. That was the first incident of cybercrime.
Okay.
Now we can consider that because that telegraph was an electronic item.
Yes.
Anything related to the electronic item, we're committing some crime, that is called the cybercrime.
Yes.
So I guess now what we did, we first we understood, okay, what is the concept here, 1820, 1834, these are the two concepts here. And now we proved why it was cybercrime.
Okay.
Then first spam email. Well, now we are talking about, okay, when we are talking about the spam email, so what can you understand what by the spam email?
Spam email, I think it keeps going and coming. I mean,
Yep.
too many emails from the same company.
Yeah, spam email is actually the same thing, like it is coming from some advertisements company, which we do not want to receive.
Yeah.
So this email, the first spam email took place in 1978. It was on 3rd of the May in 1978. So it was some marketing manager from some company. He sent that email, and that company was called DEC, D-E-C. If you heard about this company, Digital Equipment Corporation. And this email was sent on ARPANET to more than 400 people. So this
Okay.
email was considered to be the first spam email because this was for the advertisement purpose. That's why I am taking some details here, like we can understand the history and then we can build up in our mind, okay, what we are going to do in the next sessions, where we are moving to the next sessions. After
Okay.
this couple of this, I will be much quicker.
Yes. Okay.
Then we have the first virus computer installed in 1982. Wow,
Apple.
beautiful. And on Apple
Apple.
Macintosh operating system. So we cannot say that everything is being safe here. So generally, this program was created somewhere in 1971 itself. This was called the Creeper program. And originator was the Bob Thomas, was a famous mathematician, and successfully penetrated into our system, so the Apple system, Macintosh system in 1982. After that, many viruses are come. After that, people come to know, okay, if we change the algorithm of anything, we can make lots of changes. So what we can include in the cyber crimes? Now, from our previous slides, we can discuss like everything is there. Illegal access we discussed, illegal interception, system interference, data interference, misuse of devices, and the fraud. All these comes under the cybercrime. So now we know what actually illegal access is, what actually illegal interception is, what interference, data or system, and then misuse of devices.
Yes.
And the misuse of devices is very common nowadays. So that's why I don't give my phone to anyone.
Yes.
Thanks for watching the video. For full course, please visit www.igmguru.com and enroll today.